Alrighty. Listen, I did not want this shit to go anywhere. We all knew Academics would come back and respond to Absol saying he will slap Academics or whatever the hell to have you. Me, I'm just looking at this. First of all, Absol, we did not need this track. I don't know if he was trying to go at fucking. Whew, sorry. I don't know if he was trying to go at Joey Badass or whatever the fuck. And it just looks away, honestly, after the Red Bull freestyle, because he was literally in there with him like, Joey, you kind of put me in a predicament. And it's not until this nigga got rid of you. What's that nigga name? Rayvon, Daylight, Ash Chike, Hitter J3. All these other niggas, he basically bodied all them niggas by himself. He was like, I'm gonna state my claim. I'm gonna put my pen in and all that shit. And that's all fine and dandy. Y'all niggas doing this for fun. It ain't no like serious beef behind it. That's all nice or whatever. But even still, it still looks away. And this nigga bodied you on the Red Bull freestyle. So I'm looking at this shit like, big dog, like what is going on? Anyways, you had the line for Academics. Maybe you don't like him the way he was covering it or whatever the fuck have you. And you said whatever. Now, I basically fucking said in the other video I did about this little shit that Academics, hey, that nigga gonna respond. And he did respond. Now, again, Ak was doing his thing. And he was like, yo, I'll take the L, I'll chill out or whatever the fuck Ak was saying. Yeah. And being like funny with it or satirical with it. I was just looking at like me personally, I don't know if fucking like this nigga is like, you might be legally blind or however blind Absol is. If this nigga is blind, right? A lot of the time I just thought that nigga was doing his best Eazy-E fucking incorporation or fucking cosplay. That's what I thought it was. But yeah. If bro is really blind and shit like that, bro, like I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of it. That's why when Ak was talking this shit, I was like, hey, big dog, like, I personally ain't gonna do that to niggas. Me personally. I'm personally not gonna do that. I don't give a fuck if I'm chatting with a nigga and he's talking crazy, super crazy. All he really said is he'll slap you. All you just could have said is, hey, nigga, you can't even really see for you to slap me. I'd like to see you try. Oh, wait, you can't even see you try that. You know, some bullshit like that. I'll be like, calm and some light shit. But this nigga was going crazy. He was calling him the R word. The R word he was calling little baby. He was calling him slow or whatever in other terms. And I'm just like, is it really that serious? Now, again, Absol popped out of nowhere with this shit. I was like, okay. But even still, like, and sometimes when Ak be doing this shit, and he's like, yo, they be saying, oh, I'll be only going after women, so I gotta keep the same energy. Y'all know I fucks with Ak, but there's times I do look at sometimes when he goes at certain niggas, like, okay, Freddie gives me, fine. But, like, there's certain niggas I'm like, Ak, you kind of giving this nigga, number one, a little bit promo. That's number one. And also number two, it's like, it's like, bro, Absol don't bother nobody. And like, that's the thing. Like, at least with the other niggas, they be talking crazy a little bit. I'm like, Absol just be chilling, minding his business. Like, what is really going on with this type of time? But yeah, that's just me. So, DJ Akademiks disses Absol and tells him he'll never be loved like Nipsey. So I'm not gonna do that. You see Brody on the pendant. You see bro on the pendant. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you already know I got love for Nip, but, like, I'm not going to do that. There might be a generation that very cherishes Absol. I'm not going to disrespect him like that. I'm personally not in the know. But, hey, I'm not going to play them games. But, anyways. So Absol finally responds to the back and forth between Joey Badass and what felt like half of the West Coast. It didn't seem like he was going to get heavily involved in everything, but he dropped a song Tuesday afternoon addressing people. The new track is not really a diss track, but more of an acknowledgement of everything that happened. It also includes some choice words for DJ Akademiks. I'm not going to read this again because I read some of this in the last video, so I don't really give a fuck. Sorry. Surprisingly, Akademiks did not take that statement. He quoted Absol's post with some backhanded praise. Sounds amazing. Just remember that N-word. They don't throw a funeral for him like Nip. Keep rapping, little N-word. We ain't see you slap nothing here, he wrote. Also, hey, Big Dot, don't mention it. I hate when niggas mention dead niggas, bro. Like, regardless, Ak brought it up in the stream. Like, oh yeah, me and Nip had a conversation. Shout out Karen. Bro, like, y'all niggas wasn't, like, locked in. Y'all wasn't, like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna diss a nigga by mentioning another person that passed away. I get what he's saying. Like, people will not care for you like they care for Nipsey Hussle. But even still, it's like, big dog, like, bro, just, you're not doing all that. Fans did not appreciate DJ Akademiks' response to Absol at all. We ain't throwing a funeral for you either, bozo. Yeah, that's crazy. A nigga said that to him. N-word is going to be celebrating in the streets like the Macy. I'm not gonna lie though, I will say, as much as I do fuck with Ak and I feel like he's very influential and he does his job very well, people don't rock with him again. They might not, because he speaks his truth and he's blunt with it. But even still, I do feel like certain niggas will be, yeah, it will be crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not wishing that on him, but that is crazy. Row one user. When they get you, they'll make it a national holiday. What's it called? Row another. You know in your heart of hearts that this man would smack you senseless. You out of breath typing this, said a third. Of course, Nipsey Hussle is a legend in California, and for his contributions to his community, Absol and the rest of Black Hippie crew are as well. Fans of Solo recognize that he may not necessarily be on the exact same level as Nipsey, but he and his peers will be immortalized in their neighborhoods in very similar way. I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing I will say. Hey, listen, and this might be some nigga shit, this might be some cool. When you have that love, I don't give a fuck what no nigga say. Like, hey, OD Perry passed away, you know, but that's how they got Obla. Like, yo, it's some type of love, bro, from the hood, bro. I just don't know how to explain it. There's something about the hood that make a nigga heartbeat, especially when you came up from over there and motherfuckers was like, I'm proud of them niggas, boy. I tell you, man, there's something, especially if you really in them communities and you trying to strive to make it better and showing them the blueprint and trying to be the example of growth and determination and ambition to make it out there without the fast money and getting this shit the legal way and all this other bullshit, not being the most well-educated or whatever have you. It just, like, in the words of YFBJ Man, it do hit different, you heard me? So, yeah, it's just a difference, bro. But anyways. He and Akademiks will probably never cross paths, but there is surely no shortage of people who would like to see the controversial personality get his comeuppance. Absol and his peers include. Also, the one thing about Ak, like, I didn't like him doing the stream, like, yo, I am going to fucking, whatever Kendrick show, I might go to the Toronto one or whatever have you. So like, bro, I could pull up. Like, I'm like, Ak, like, what are you doing? That's why, like, as much as Ak was trying to defend himself, I do understand what Gilly was trying to say to him on $1 Million with the game. I went back to recently watch that episode. Like, as much as these rap people deserve, like, you can't little N-word Akademiks at this point in his career. You can't. So Ak can talk crazy to them a little bit. There is times I do feel Ak, you kind of inviting that shit. I go back to the Charlemagne shit all the time. Like, sometimes some of the energy, what's it called? If you're bringing some of that energy towards you, yeah, some of that energy will get to you and bad shit will happen. It is what it is. So, like, it's like you're inviting that negative energy to come across you in your life when we only want good things to happen to you. Maybe I'm just an optimist, so I don't like when he talks like that, but that just be me. But yeah, I do get what Gilly's point when he was trying to have a proper discussion with Akademiks. But yeah, man. We'll just see exactly what happens with this. Of course, I don't think no violence will come from this. But yeah, hey. Y'all boys know that gonna go on a fucking 4-hour stream. Talk his shit. He gonna be doing his shit now. Y'all can't be doing that. But anyways. Besides all that, you already know what it is. Friendly neighborhood K.A. signing out for today. Black TJ Deadwater doing this thing. I'm gone. You heard me. Shalom, Zoom, peace, y'all, gang. Aye.